Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a special little bonus video for you. This one is all about my goals and how I do goal planning and setting up goals in my bullet journal so that I can actually achieve them. Before I get started, I just wanted to mention that this video is part of a bunch of collaborations I'm doing with some other YouTubers who bullet journal. So if you want to watch their videos, check out the links in the description box down below, and hopefully I will also be able to link them up at the end of the video. So let's get started. I'm going to open up my bullet journal onto the goal page that I'm going to be working with today. So as you can see here, this is my creative goals, reading goals, and travel goals for both last year, so stuff that I was working on last year, like my 25 books in 2016 goal, and then the rest of them are going to be stuff that I'm working on in 2017. I should probably explain to you how my system works before we actually get started. So what I like to do is I like to write my goals down on the left here. So these are different goals that I have, like for example, continue using Project Life to document my weeks in 2017. That is definitely one of my creative goals. Over on the right hand page I have something called measures. So basically what this is going to be little removable steps, so action steps that I can take to complete these goals, to actually reach them, because it's all well and good writing something down that you want to achieve, but if you don't have a set of steps or even like mini goals to reach so that you can actually achieve that big goal, then it's probably not going to ever get done, because you're not going to know what it is that you actually need to do to achieve the goal. I like my measures page to be versatile, which is why I have these little boxes, and then I get to put sticky notes in each box so that I can change up what my action step is going to be, or steps if there are multiple ones. So I just write them down on a little sticky note and I place them in the square. And those are things that I look at that I'm working on currently. Okay, so the things that I'm going to need to do this are a bunch of little sticky notes. I have these ones. These are just cheap, like dollar store ones, and I don't love the colors. I'm hoping to find some nicer colors, maybe like some pastels or something, or even just like a plain white. So when I have found those, I will change them all, but for now, these ones will do. And I also need a pen. I'm just using my number 3 uni pen right now. I also have a list beside me of the action steps and stuff that I'm going to be taking so that I don't forget what I need to write down. So I've numbered this as number 1, and over here I've also got a number 1 written down, and so these two correspond to each other. The same down here with reading goals 1 and 2, we've got 1 and 2, and travel goals 1 and 2. So it all matches up. Okay, so the first goal that we are going to start working on is continue using Project Life to document my weeks. I use Project Life app to basically scrapbook every week. So I want to keep doing that because I really loved doing it this past year, and I like having that record. It's really, really cool. It's actually kind of how I journal as well. I don't really journal any other way, so yeah. Anyway, so the first action step or measure that I want to write down is that I really need to sort through my photos every week. It's just much easier for me if I can keep on track of that each week. So I'm just going to put a little dot there and write down sort photos weekly. The next thing that I want to do, or want to try doing in 2017, is actually writing down some journal notes as well, because sometimes there are things that happen that I sort of forget about, or if I don't write about it as soon as it's happened or in the moment, then it kind of loses a little bit of that feeling for me. So I definitely want to write down some journaling notes so then I know what's kind of been happening, if that makes sense. And I want to actually kind of sit down and scrapbook every couple of weeks. It doesn't always work out for me to do it every single week because, you know, things happen and I get busy. But I definitely want to try every couple of weeks at least. Okay, so that's a little bit messy, but you get the idea of what I'm talking about, hopefully. Anyway, hopefully you do. So I'm going to peel that off and put this over here. So these are kind of running goals throughout 2017. There's not a lot of stuff that I can check off, but I kind of can in a way. I have also made a 2017 goal, scrapbook 52 weeks of the year. So this is my project life page in my bullet journal, and this has the week number along here and the corresponding dates, and I've also got a column for if I've done it, if I've scrapbooked that week, and whether or not I've printed the page yet. So this is for me to keep track of everything. One thing that I did find throughout this past year of scrapbooking using the Project Life app was that sometimes I got confused about what I had done and what I hadn't done, especially once I transferred all the files and everything to my computer. So hopefully this will be really useful, and also having the week number with the corresponding dates definitely useful so that I can easily see when photos need to go in, what photos need to go in which weekly folder, if that makes sense. So yeah, going to move on to continue using my BUJO as a creative outlet. One thing I found with doing bullet journal videos for YouTube is that sometimes it's really easy for me to like focus on what would make a good video, what would be interesting for you guys, and thinking a little bit more about YouTube content rather than necessarily what I need or want to do. So that's just kind of, I think, a natural byproduct of YouTube in a way, because when you are doing something like this, even if you're just doing it for fun, it becomes sort of second nature to like think about things, whether or not it would make a good video or if it would be interesting for other people. One thing that I wanted to do was to really make sure that I'm bullet journaling for me first and foremost. So I want to work on that. The first action step that I want to do is to create meaningful spreads and collections, really. By spreads, I'm referring to like the design stuff that I just like, I guess, and love. And then also useful collections, so collections that are really, really useful for me and everything. And the other thing that I want to work on is brush lettering, because that's something that I really want to get better at, both for use in my bullet journaling just generally, and so I thought I would put that down as well, because that would be something that can kind of help feed my creative outlet in my bullet journal. I feel like my handwriting is really terrible in this video. I'm having like the weirdest morning. I went to wash my face this morning and I accidentally used hand soap, like that foaming hand soap. Like I meant to wash my hands before I washed my face, and I just started rubbing hand soap on my face. So my skin is feeling a bit weird and it smells like lime. It's very odd. Okay, moving on to reading goals for 2017. So as you can see, my 2016 reading goal is complete. Yay! So that's really cool. If you want to see a list of the 25 books I read in 2016, I might just upload it onto my Facebook page. So if you go have a look on my Facebook page, which is linked in the description box down below, then you'll be able to see a picture of the 25 books I read this year. So now I want to work on my 2017 goal, and that is to read 30 books in 2017. So a few more than 2016. The first action step I need to do is write a list of books that I want to read. It's definitely useful to have a lot of suggestions, a list that you can refer back to so that you've actually got some reference point. You don't have to like spend ages searching for a book or whatever. You can just be like, okay, I'm going to try reading that next. It's a bit easier that way. I did some maths and it works out that to read 30 books in 52 weeks, I would have to read a book just under every 2 weeks. So I'll just put read a book every 2 weeks, because some books I can read a lot faster than others. Okay, now we're going to move on to the last set of goals, and this is travel goals. So in 2017, I want to enjoy more day trips and road trips, if possible. I guess day trips and road trips kind of can be the same thing, really. And I also want to have a holiday. I haven't been on holiday, like a proper holiday, since 2011. So I definitely want to try and have a holiday this year. For the first goal, one thing that my partner and I want to do is try to have a lot of picnics on the weekends this summer. And so I think we can definitely incorporate the picnics and day trips, because some of the places we want to go for picnics definitely require a little bit of driving. List summer picnic spots. There we go. And moving on to number 2, have a holiday. Oh my gosh, I really want to go on holiday so badly. That, by the way, is in New Zealand we call a vacation a holiday. So in terms of the travel goals, this requires quite a bit of planning. So I need to figure out when, where, how, and like the money side of things. Plan. So I need to do when, where, how, and budget. There we go. Okay, so as you can see right now, all of these little action steps are now complete. What I will do, once I've kind of reached each or completed each step, I can flick this off and put a new one in, if that makes sense. So if there are further things that I need to do in order to reach these goals, then I can just take this off and put a new one on. I've kind of been toying with the idea of maybe making a record of action steps, like a big kind of 2-page spread of different action steps for every goal that I have, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that yet. It's just probably quite useful for me to have that both as a record and as a reference point, so that if I can't fit all of the action steps I need to do on one sticky, then at least I can refer to the big kind of, I guess, outline of all my goals and action steps. I will let you know if I end up doing that. Okay, so hopefully this has kind of given you an idea of what I do with my goals and everything. I haven't been using this system for too long, so I'm not sure exactly how like effective it is, but hopefully it will be, and I'll try to remember to update you anyway. Okay, so hopefully this video hasn't been too confusing. I'm feeling a little bit like all over the place today, so I don't know if I've explained anything that well. Hopefully when I edit the video, it'll be okay. But if not, I apologize. If you have any questions about how any of this works, or if I haven't explained something well enough for you, please just leave a comment down below. I will definitely be answering comments as usual. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was useful. Don't forget to check out the links down below for the collaborations that I've done with a bunch of other people. They are also going to be about goals and like New Year's resolutions and stuff like that as well. So go and check out their videos down below. If I can, I will put some links up on the screen. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!